Hello, this is Beast McFeast with an introduction to Fire. If at some point you feel like this video is useful to you, go ahead and subscribe or upvote or tell me in the comments. You've probably heard people talk about Fire in the context of early retirement, and that is partially right. We're going to go into that and the other parts of Fire, which are arguably more important. Fire means financial independence, retire early. Some people neglect talking about financial independence and try to skip right to early retirement, which is not realistic and, in my opinion, neglects the most important part of FIRE, which is the financial independence. Another way of thinking about FIRE, rather than just being focused on retirement, is getting out of the 9 to 5 grind as early as possible, which there's many things in between sitting on a beach and working 9 to 5. There's a lot of space in between there that you can do work in. And a lot of times this will make FIRE more reasonable for you. Now, the approach to FIRE is not the same for everyone, as some people have different goals and everyone has different capabilities. Some may seek early retirement, while others want to pursue a dream job that just doesn't pay as well. Others still might want to do a 3-day work week at an early age. Others out there might want to pursue their art career or music career. Whatever you want. This is pretty flexible. This series will assist you in reaching your desired goals once we have established what those goals are. Now, we really need to talk about financial independence. This is not negotiable in FIRE. It's really the basis which all of this is built off of. This will help you find your path to wealth or early retirement or just a different type of life that you want to live. This will get you out of the 9 to 5 grind. The earlier you start at this, the better. So some people started at age 16, and that's great. They started saving as much as they could from their part-time job after school. Awesome. A lot of you here are a little later to the game, and that's okay too. I'm not going to lie to you, it would have been easier if you had started earlier. I wish I had started earlier. But just because you're late to the game doesn't mean it's too late to start. If you're coming here in your 30s, you can make big changes that mean retiring 10, 20 years earlier than you anticipated. So financial independence here has two main components. Being conscious of your spending so that you can save, and then making sound investments. And you want to do both of these while living a life you're okay with. So first, you want to find out, what does financial independence mean to you? For a lot of people, it is home ownership and a large monthly income. For other people, it's having enough saved to sustain them for 50 plus years. Others still just want to have enough saved up so that their basic needs are met and that they can pursue other interests that bring in some supplemental income. And I want to be clear that no one behavior will get you to financial independence. It is many small decisions over the course of years that get you there. Except for some of you out there may have, won the lottery. And good for you. But for most of us, it's going to be a lot of small decisions. You will have to work, save, and invest while avoiding debt. Those are some unavoidable things. Now, a lot of people go into debt for school, and if you are very confident that that will pay off, then that's probably not a bad debt to take. And if I was going to go into debt for anything, it would be to invest in myself and my ability to earn more in the future. Just be sure you have a plan for after school. And as I said before, an early start helps a lot, but a late start is better than no start at all. If possible, try to diversify your income streams. A hobby that can turn a profit can be hugely beneficial. Maybe write a book or look into starting a small side business. I'm not a huge fan of all the side hustle videos that you're going to see on YouTube because some of them aren't realistic and are hugely time consuming for what they generate. If you can find a like-minded partner, it makes FIRE a lot easier. It is simply cheaper to live as a couple if both of those people are earning an income. Otherwise, with the skyrocketing cost of rent and home ownership, it becomes almost necessary to take on a roommate at some times to really save money rapidly. Finally, you want to live within your means, but don't make your life terrible while doing this. There's no guarantee that you won't be taken out of the game early, so live an enjoyable life, but still one that is sustainable and allows you to meet your savings goals. There is no reason you can't live a quality life while working towards FIRE. Let's talk about retirement before we circle back to financial growth. As I mentioned earlier, not all retirement goals are the same. Your capabilities, retirement goal, and some luck will go a long way in determining how early you can reach retirement. Let's go ahead and discuss retirement goals. The general rule is that you want to save 20 to 30 times your yearly expenses. An alternative is to set up some passive income streams like a pension, dividend investments, or whatever hobbies you have that might generate a small income. Another thing to contemplate is, do you want retirement or do you want semi-retirement? Some people just want to be done with work and go and pursue whatever interests they have. And I'm not going to lie, that's a rather expensive goal. A much more attainable goal is to semi-retire early and work jobs that you kind of enjoy. And any work you do outside of the 9 to 5, whether or not it's before you retire early or reach semi-retirement or after you reach semi-retirement, will benefit you hugely and maybe allow you to reduce this 20 to 30 times expensive number. Now, don't let that huge number scare you. Honestly, it's really big. And the reason you don't want to let it scare you is because of the value of good investing. Some good investment choices made early on in your quest for financial independence can do a lot for you here. I have a video series that goes into types of investments and how to use them to reach early retirement, and that might help a lot of you here. Let's talk briefly and rather superficially about investing for retirement. If you do not wish to educate yourself on investing, there's no shame in finding a financial advisor. This is probably going to be helpful for most people. The cost of educating yourself financially in terms of investing in the market can be very costly. It's not a cheap endeavor. That road is fraught with mistakes to be made and potholes to fall in. But you can do it. And again, I'll reference my Retire Early series. Not a bad place to look to give you an idea of what tools are out there. One thing I want to caution you is that a lot of people will promote dividend investing as the best thing out there. And they will promote the highest dividend ETFs and stocks they can find. But I'll warn you that this will delay you reaching your retirement goals. Dividend investing does not yield nearly as much as growth investing if done reasonably intelligently. Dividends are completely appropriate later as you begin to transition into retirement, or if you need income in the short term. But initially, you really want to seek growth in your accounts. Put that money to work for you growing. Don't take money out of your nest egg. One thing you really want to be mindful of is that you need to seek diverse investments so that you don't get a severe setback when market conditions change. Prior to retirement, you really want capital appreciation rather than dividends. I can't stress that enough. Growth ETFs simply return more than high dividend ETFs historically. Now, I'm going to be making additional videos in the future that go over different aspects of FIRE in greater detail, and I hope you join me for those. If you have any questions or need clarification on something, please go ahead and let me know. Thank you for watching. Please leave any questions or ticker recommendations in the comments. Good luck. Get rich. Bye.